Alright, I'm gonna do a chapter review for Black Clover chapter 338, titled Trouble on a Foreign Land. So for the entrance we have Asa looking at the view from the Shogun's palace of the land of the sun. Uh, and then Asa realizing that this is the foreign country that Yami was from, Yami's homeland. And also wondering how she's supposed to get back. Ryuya telling Asa that tell him to relax, saying that it don't look like that Lucis is gonna make a move, so he should be good for the meanwhile. After that, also give Ryu a couple of questions, asking what exactly is he and what's the Shogun. Ryu is pondering on that question and then coming up with the answer of him basically saying that in terms of your country, it would be like the Wizard King. And he also telling us to just call him Ryu instead. And also telling Ryu that maybe it because I can't sense magic, but you don't seem all that strong to me. Ryu responding saying, "Yeah, I ain't that tough. Ha ha ha." With that, we can take that with a grain of salt. I mean, even if he's not like, let's say for say he's not a fighter, even though he's not a fighter, he has some sort of good ability, like the ability to look into other distant lands with his eye. So whatever that ability is, it is pretty OP. And we see the I guess the female samurai glaring eyes at us after he made that comment about Ryu not being strong. Then she speaks up saying, "This is what happens when I let you talk. I won't tolerate any rudeness to Lord Ryuya, outsider." Asa giving his forgiveness, saying, "I'm sorry." Ryu telling Ishika, which is the female samurai's name that we finally get, telling her that it's fine. I find it funny that Ishika is kind of hard on Asta, calling him an outsider. I mean, to be fair, he did call her Shogun kind of, I guess, kind of letting Ishi saying that he's weak, saying he doesn't sense any magic. But I just find it funny how she said that how she given Asta the title of outsider. I find it funny and ironic because knowing Yami's side, we know how much of a foreigner he gets called, and how much in the beginning people didn't like him because of that. And past through all of that, we see Asta just looking at Ishika, giving his thoughts, saying, "I guess she really is mad. Her key did sort of seem like that." And that she also seems familiar somehow, but she also seemed really dangerous. So Ryu tells Asa that in a foreign country with no wearing probably startled him. So he gave Asa a tour of his place, so he can kind of relieve some of the stress that he has in his previous fight. So then we get a beautiful panel of like the land of the sun landscape, and how the buildings are, I guess, like architect and are placed. I kind of like that because it kind of like they have like this main road, and then they have the like the little side routes, like in between the houses and buildings and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. And also we see in the main roads, we see like where people hold their shops at, to get the main attraction. And so we see Ryu telling us, asking him, well, what do you think of the Land of Sun? Also saying there's all sorts of stuff I never seen in the Clover Kingdom. And then we see here a new item or a new concept of a scroll being unraveled. And then we see two Land of the Sun residents saying, "Come on, step right up. Come witness a dance performed by magnificent birds of fire and water." And so we see, we can see and easily tell that it's basically magic, but it's from a different, I guess you can say a different conduit instead of a grimoire. It's from a scroll. Also confirming that that's magic, right? But those aren't grimoires. Then Ryuya affirming also that in the land of sun, everybody used scrolls to perform yojutsu. Your magic is our yojutsu, and your magical power is called your yuku. So that's cool with the terms that they gave us. So in their world, instead of calling it magic, they call it yojutsu, and the magical power is called your yoku. So that's pretty cool to see how the land of sun, how they interpret magic, and how they use magic with a different item. And like it makes sense because it's all Japan oriented. So it's if you think about it like a book, a book is something that holds knowledge and secrets. So a scroll is something equivalent to that book, to a book in the Japanese era. So I just thought that was a pretty cool concept that Tabata did, how he showed the culture off of the land of the sun, and how he differentiated from the I guess uh from the other kingdom. I can't really call it Clover Kingdom because there's like multiple kingdoms, but you know what I mean. Today in the next page you see Asa seeing a potato saying no more potatoes. What's the village of Hajj local specialty doing here? The shopkeeper saying, could this get any more? Oh no, my bad. That's Asa. Asa saying, could this get any more nostalgic? I never felt so safe. Then the shopkeeper saying, step right up, kid. That's some flashy hair. I just realized you said that. Wow, that's funny. Cause Asa hair really is like it's like spiky 24/7, defying gravity. Makes no sense. And then while Asa, reminiscing about potatoes, he see a kid and his sister looking for something to buy. So 12 before their next meal, the kid's saying, "Let's get that," and then the sister's saying, "I think no potatoes are a better idea." And then with that dialogue or conversation, we see Asa reminiscing about his past, how him and Sister Lily used to tour around the kingdom, Clover Kingdom, looking at items and looking at what they want to get. I'm assuming when they get older, because back then they was poor, so they probably couldn't get anything at all. And then after that flashback, it then proceeds to another flashback further on of Lily going 180 in her personality and telling Asa to die. And then also saying out loud, saying "sister." And we see Ryu looking forward, seeing the sister and the little brother that Asa was looking at, saying, trying to get their attention, saying, "Say it, you two, this way. Come on, look at that for a sec." And then they're both, questioning, wondering why, Ryu just stumbled upon them, asking them a question and whatnot. And then we see Asa send something, and then we see a wall where Ryu and the people were, I guess, right in front of. We see the wall being blasted up, and we see emerging from that wall is four, I guess you could say four bandits. The bandits, make their appearance, saying, "Mohaha, bad news badges coming through. Donate your food and valuables unless you want to die." And right off the bat, I just want to say I like the concept design of the bandits because they're giving off a real Japanese aesthetic with them in like robes, handbands, and like the samurai armor, and all of them wielding samurai swords. That's another thing. Like in the Clover Kingdom, no one really wields a weapon. They should use their magic solely. But these people, they use katanas, and they also imbue their katanas with magic, or I guess what's it called, yojutsu, or the other word, yo something else. But yeah, the residents from the land of sun running away, yelling out bandits. Asa saying in his head that I guess every country has bad guys, huh? Yelling at Ryu, trying to see if he's safe. Then we see Ryu completely fine with also the sister and the brother, telling them, wow, that was a shock, huh? There, go and get home. And then we see the people leaving away with no scratch on them. Asa thinking, saying, it missed him by chance. No, he moved them to a spot where they'd be safe. Then we see one of the bandits spotting Ryu, saying, huh? Who are you? Ryu responding saying, I don't think there's anything to worry about here. As you can tell, I ain't got no Yoryoku. Basically saying he has no magic or no magic power. Basically the same as Asa. Asa being shocked by that response. And we see two residents spotting Ishika. And then we see Ryu saying, so sorry about this. They're all yours, Ishika. Ishika responding saying, yes, sir. Before I get on to the next part, I like how Ryu supposedly, we don't know, quote unquote, has no Yoryoku or no magic power. I find that interesting because with his hidden eye that can see things. It's interesting how he doesn't have no magic power, but he's a shogun. Yeah, that's basically like the goal that I also want to be, like the perfect goal. I also want to be the Wizard King with no magic, to show that anyone can become the Wizard King if they try hard enough. So that's pretty cool. That I also have like someone to really look up to and someone to be heavily inspired by. I like a complete reference of what he should be doing. So we see the bandits laughing and laughing, making a mockery, saying, "You're sending this skinny little girl instead. That's pathetic, guy. Well, you better entertain us real good." We see Ishika not really fond of the jokes that they're sending, and then her saying, "As if you fools." And we see kind of like a spark uh in between her eyes, uh, vertically, and then we see like these sparks, the same sparks going through her from her arm to her forearm to her wrist to her hand, kind of like it's like boosting up her physical strength. When I first saw it in the spoilers, I thought it was kind of like it kind of gave me Blue Vein vibes from Bleach. How like with Blue Vein, they got two different types of ways to use it. They can use it as a defense or an offense. So maybe it's gonna be like that in a certain aspect. We had to wait in the future chapters. But we see her use this currently foreign and unknown power. And we see the spark, it's like discharged from her eyes horizontally. And then we see her use I guess dark magic, because we see that there's darkness surrounding her. And we see four I'm gonna just say for now four astral projects projects projections emerging from her, both seemingly to throw a sort of force palm on each of the bandit. Then in the next page, you see all four of the bandits launch against the wall, crushing it as they make impact. And we see their scrolls and their swords just in the air, uh, twirling. And then we seen Asa giving questions, saying, "What was that?" For a second, it was like her key got 100 times bigger, and it's that dark magic. So Asa with Asa kind of a key analyst or a key amateur, I guess, because he's not a pro. I mean, you can say that Yami's a pro, but he hasn't like really mastered it because of him leaving the land of sun. And so we see a pro here, Ishika, using I guess, the full extent of Ki. We have to wait and see. Maybe there's another level of Ki that even she hasn't mastered yet. But after the band is being defeated, we see the residents celebrating, saying, "Bravo, one of the reusing seven. Well done, Lady Yami." Asta, hearing that name Yami, saying to Ishika, "Say, don't tell me you're." And then we see Ishika grabs Asta's face, saying, "How dare you approach me, outsider?" We see her lifting up Asta, and we kind of get a familiar what's that word? A familiar nostalgia of like Asta's face getting grabbed and then him being lifted up. And then Ryuya laughing, saying Ishika is Yami's kid sister. If you want to get stronger, have the Ryuzen 7 train you. And then we see Ishika giving her words, saying, "Lord Ryuya is being kind to you, but I can't stand a man like you." So we get a confirmation that excuse me, that the little girl that we've seen throughout the couple of chapters is confirmed to be, excuse me, Yami's little sister. So that's pretty cool to see that Yami really does have family back in the land of Sun. I was always wondering that because I mean, like, of course, Yami gonna have parents, but we was wondering, if he have any siblings, a brother or a sister. So now that we see that he has a sister who is at first appearance seemed to be a master of Ki, and also one of these seven reusing. It's pretty cool that she's up to par probably with Yami in terms of like strength, but of course, she does surpass Yami in Ki. So that's pretty cool to see what else she can do. Maybe she knows some magic spells or magic your Yoku. I guess in that sense, like I'm not expecting her to have Dimension Slash, but maybe she has like I don't know Black Hole or whatnot. Even if not, if she ever goes to the land that Yami's in, Yami can probably teach her the same magic. I don't know if that's how magic works. I don't know if like if a sibling show you a magic that is affinity to theirs that they can learn it too. I really don't know how that works, but they I'm assuming they all got same dark magic, so they all should learn the same type if possible. And I also can't wait to see what the other six reusing is there, since we already confirmed that one of them is Ishika. I'm going to assume that one of the other six is going to be the one that is healing up Leeb, and the same one that healed up Asta. That's what I'm assuming. As for the other six, I'm not exactly sure who they could possibly be. Um, Hopefully we get some more strong females because Sabata do really do good on making strong female characters. I hope we get like a wide diverse of character though for the seven we're using. Just like how we got a wide diversity of character for the Black Bulls. So I hope that's cool. Hopefully in the next chapter or the next two chapters we get the all of the seven we're using. I hope it's not like each chapter we get a reveal of one after the other. That'll be pretty slow, but we just had to wait and see. And also next chapter is gonna be 2 weeks, not 1 week, because the author is on break. That's good for him. It's well deserved rest, after a long serialization. So that's nice. Other than that, that's pretty much it. It was a really good chapter for me. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Even though I kind of knew that was Yami's sister, I kind of like the confirmation, and I also kind of like that they gave out new power systems with the scrolls, and them saying that magic is, I forgot the word, but some the yo Yuka or your something, and also Ryuya explaining that the Shogun is the where's the king in their world. I just really like how they showing off their the culture, the Japanese culture, and the reflection of the